who will take game 2? Well, you can see here that, yeah, okay, concussive blast tenacity as well for the side of JP. So yeah, revitalize though. That's going to add more healing towards their team fight potential.
Okay, so I guess JP wants to be able to not only save lives and support the team in regrouping, but also get mass value once they are looking for that counter engage. So it begs the question, are they going to be the first ones to make that move, considering that they're very early game oriented? Like, as soon as Sanford hits level 4, I'm expecting him to find something, but now Kyle is in so much trouble here, getting hit by a single fear, put him out of his misery, and now Few caught out of position by JP, and that's going to be another kill handed over to TLPH to open up the early game.
Man, the GOAT himself on the sling, very aggressive already. We have yet to reach minute number 2, but already 2 kills on the board for the Cavalries.
Really nicely done, and especially since they found a very slight advantage where Karltzy rotates faster, hits level 4 faster, and Kyle was still level 3. So again, Falcons AP Bren, they gotta move with the times. They gotta keep up tempo against TLPH like they did in game number 1.
I mean, hey, Team Liquid here, minute 2, already 1,000 gold lead. That's a huge gold gap already. And yeah, it seems like they are still going for the aggressive plays here. But FCAP, you know what? They want to neutralize the situation. They still want to contest this turtle.
Well, speaking of which, turtles already spawned. JP hits level 4 while Ogwin is currently at level 3. Kyle doesn't mind delaying this, but the same can be said about Karltzy, who's just power farming the rest of his jungle before he gets involved.
Well, we can see the setup as well here. Both teams not in a rush for this turtle. Take here, Kyle and Flap. They rotated top side, Sanford.
Oh, Spear of Alpha does connect, forcing Sanford to actually flicker away. He still has the way of the dragon. He can still make a play. He just might not participate in this upcoming fight. Wait, he stops the recall. It looks like they're going to rotate for this. Falcons AP Bren will hold priority for now. JP getting involved, gets into the middle of the 3. Jikudo hits 3. Glorious Pathways, they both get sucked in. Spear of Alpha is looking to tune, but it's going to be Kyle who finds that turtle. Despite having to play the Tempest, Karltzy does find one back as he's looking to get away. Few trying to zone the rest. 2 are low. Sanji flickers out, and JP, despite everything that revitalized, could not keep his boys alive.
Yeah, very good execution there by Falcons AP Bren and recovery as well. Sure, economy slightly for still Team Liquid, but they got the neutral objective. And now Karltzy, I think his oil will go down a bit, right? Karltzy now will find more openings perhaps towards the mid if you oblige. But bottom side is Bennyqt and SuperMarco. Ogwin is in that fray as well. Will they commit? I don't think so.
Yeah, Bennyqt, he's being relayed information, right? They know that it was going to be an orange start from Kyletzy's side based off of the information found by Karl when he went for the early invade at the 2nd minute of the game. Here we go, JP walking down with Law and Order on towards Ogwin. He dashes away as Karltzy does finish off the Berserker's Fury.
Again, tempo will go down. It's anybody's game, of course, but Flaptzy, he wants the War Axe here on this Terizla, so he wants that damage as well, already locked in. Let's see though, penalty zone with the combination, will it be enough to wreak havoc in the formations of Team Liquid?
Now there is a slight EXP lead for Flaptzy, which is about 1 minion, maybe 1.5 minions based on the EXP bars from both of them. But I want to see the movements coming in from TLPH, right? Because again, they are still up in terms of gold, EXP, and even the kill count.
They are trying to properly set up for the next turtle here. They do not want to waste resources, spells, especially ults as well, big ults. So let's see, Team Liquid, what will they do with the Lynx in the top lane? I think he wants to clear and then rotate towards the turtle side of the map.
Interesting. So Sanford gives up the wave over to Karltzy on the top side because he knows he rotates even faster despite being playing Cho. At this point of time, FCAP, they hold priority over this. Can they find the steal as Kyle's trying to blitz it down? He's going to get locked and quickly hit by the 3rd hit of Jikudo. No way of the Dragons, they get pulled in by the I'm offended. Glorious Pathway as well as Sanford finally gets his kick off of Flap. He tries to flicker, penalty zone flicker as well, and they do get him. Sanji is out of there. Even even with the Eternal Guard being called, SuperMarco manages to live.
Yeah, that was Falcons AP Bren exploiting the fact that Karltzy was top lane and wasn't in the fight, right? They saw that, yay, there's no link, let's just ram at Team Liquid's formation, and there you go. They got the newts, they got the fight as well, and now this gold lead that Team Liquid has earlier on diminished.
Oh, Bennyqt unable to get some kind of EXP or gold back, as Few is able to take away the river crab. Falcons AP Bren sticking very tightly together to make sure that this is going to be a clean early game, and they're going even as they are slowly scaling up. Karl gets into the mix against Flaptzy here. I don't think he'll be able to kill him just yet, despite having a 2-level lead, but let's look back a bit as we see JP caught out in the middle of the mix. Spear of Alpha as well. Can't even abuse the movement speed from the glorious pathway.
Yeah, too much crowd control there. Even he spent his ult to no avail. He still falls. Karltzy though, shout out has the Hoskloads already. So that's critical and lifesteal in hand. Expects now he can dive more. He can perhaps take on the Terizla top lane.
Well, let's find out, because once again, both Flaptzy and SuperMarco have been doing a really good job, as a lot of the tempo and a lot of the plays being made by Falcons AP Bren is just ahead of the curve against TLPH. And this is off of like a single team fight, despite TLPH finding 3 kills so early on.
Yeah, but what a recovery from Falcons AP Bren, right? And now with the last turtle spawning, Falcons AP Bren, definitely they want to have that perfect turtle. Team Liquid, they are in position to a contest.
Oh, Kyle does spot out Sanford. He's trying to get on out of there. The Dominator's Descent is already out. Third in Jikundo towards Open side, but JP forced to use the Glorious Pathway and disengage from the Eternal Guard. That's a lot of big ticket ultimates being used from both sides as they just want this turtle. Karl, he's sticking nearby. He gets right on top of you, knowing that he doesn't have the Dominator's Descent. Quickly with the Blade of Tempest, he should be able to find this. The Spear of Alpha does connect, while the backline is getting zoned away by Flaptzy. Nobody's dead just yet, but Karl can't have enough energy to do everything. He ends up dying on the wall as Flap is still looking for more. Way of the Dragon underneath the turret, but Open saves his life, quickly locking him down.
Again, same like the second turtle, Falcons AP Bren, they are a man up in that turtle fight. Benny was busy pushing bottom side, and of course they exploit that fight again. They get the perfect turtle, and Team Liquid again behind. Karltzy though, his rotations will be slightly punished because of that death.
Yeah, and Falcons AP Bren continue to hurt the economy of TLPH. Every single time they've won a team fight, they take all the neutrals. Wait, penalty zone coming in from Flaptzy with Dominators Descent. Take him out, Kyletzy. So far ahead, tanking the damage. Glorious Pathway to keep him in check. And now it's going to be the Divine Blades coming down. Fuel finds one, Flaptzy finds another, and Sanford is able to trade one back. It's still a 3-for-1 trade in favor of Falcons AP Bren, as Bennyqt is pushing on the opposite side of the map. They're trying to keep this tier 1 available, but now they've already costed them another structure. Falcons not happy with this, going to finally break mid T1 as SuperMarco is done with Sanford. Third hit of Jikundo connects. Bennyqt says no, stop it. We're done with this.
Man, what is this damage from SuperMarco? He has Windtalker, Endless Battle, and Malefic Roar, so that's why, right? I mean, you got physical resist. I have the true damage from that Endless Battle, and top it off, Malefic Roar. So yeah, Team Liquid PH, they need to think twice when committing on towards fight, because SuperMarco, man, he is definitely online.
I think that even Kyle is quite a dangerous force now. His third item is going to be the Winter Crown, so he wants to be able to initiate these fights, or at least try to counter-initiate into the biggest mass of TLPH members as possible, and then go invulnerable to try to keep himself alive.
Yeah, that's another layer from the side of Falcon AP Bren that Team Liquid needs to solve, right? And yeah, of course, Falcon AP Bren, they do not forget about structures. Tier 2 bottom side now taken care of. So Team Liquid again have less space to work with.
Oh, Sanford trying to make the play, luckily is able to pull away from the I'm offended. Here comes Karl, as he noticed that his orange buff gets stolen away by SuperMarco. That's a little unfortunate here, because the purple buff has not respawned just yet. They don't mind sacrificing a T2 for mid T1 of Falcons AP Bren, but now the Lord is up and they're blitzing it so fast. Look at it melt away just with the help of Karl. Flap is trying to zone as many people as possible. Spirit of Alpha does not connect, but the penalty zone does. Sanford in the middle of all three of them, can't seem to get out of here. It's too much. He goes for the way of the Dragon on towards Ogwin's side, but Kyle is able to take one back. Dominator's Descent tells everybody else at TLPH that the charge stops here.
There's no angle whatsoever from the side of Team Liquid. Oh, yeah, okay, Flaptzy.
The SuperMarco finds one, looks for a second, forcing Sanji to flicker out of there. Ogwin locks down Karl. As soon as you use your ult, you are dead meat. Falcons AP Bren, 4-0 on top of the Lord.
And that play, that fight, that might be enough for Falcons AP Bren to take game 2. Let's see though with this Lord, can they crack the base? Team Liquid, yeah, questionable decisions there. They know they were behind, they kept on fighting, and of course with the economy lead that Falcons AP Bren has, they are more than welcome to have more fights. Now Falcons AP Bren on the offense, they will look for, I think with this firepower, they can take down 2 inhibitors. Let's see the defense though.
Yep, they're gonna have to wait until the second wave comes by. They still have the barriers of these inhibitors to get rid of. Here comes the Lord. Let's see whether or not Falcons AP Bren want to dive this way. You can see the Glorious Pathway come up from JP, but the Conceal from Owen pulls him back with the I'm Offended. The Eternal Guard is still nearby, but JP might just be going down, forcing himself to use that Conceal to make it back. Falcons AP Bren, they've gotten everything that they've wanted. They've got a gold lead, the economy, but most importantly, off of this first Lord, that's an inhibitor turret on the bottom side.
Yeah, I think 2 inhibitors is a little bit too ambitious. And of course, Team Liquid has the resources to just relieve off 2 lanes for that Lord. Take a look at Ling, right? Doing work, he looks for a farm as well, relieving off pressure from that bottom side of the map. Falcons AP Bren though, they might want to fight here. Oh, that I'm Offended does not connect.
Oh, this looks good! And then SuperMarco forced to use his Purify. He made a mistake way, and the Dragon is going to connect against them as they get slowed down, but the Dominator's Descent. JP trying his absolute best to create space, but with the Dominator's Descent, they've got nothing. Karl is trying to get on out of there as well, getting beamed down despite triggering the war cry. That's 2 for 1 in favor of Falcons AP Bren.
Oh, they'll take it. Team Liquid will take any wins that they can, and even, especially if it's SuperMarco. The shutdown bounty now head over towards Team Liquid. Let's see, mid is weak. Falcons AP Bren, they're gonna force this.
Oh, Spirit of Alpha once again. Bennyqt getting absolutely melted here. Winds of Nature ain't gonna protect him from true damage as Kyletzy chunks him out. Karl, he knows he doesn't have Spirit of Alpha, but he's running out of time because Spirit of Alpha is on a really short cooldown. He sees all 4 of those members. He's out of there. He's given vision and he's pulling away, making sure that the wave clear is prioritized.
Yeah, I mean 7,000 gold here, Gideon. It's a little bit too much, overwhelming. Let's see Team Liquid. Can they find the angle to neutralize the economy and the map control? Falcons AP Bren, 13 minutes and very convincing, very strong. Lord, 10 seconds. So yeah, Karltzy will be the main target.
Well, he gets pulled in by the I'm Offended, but he's got plenty of members to make something happen. He's going to disengage because that purple buff is way too important. Flap trying to zone as many as possible. It's like he's forced to use his ult super early on, including the Eternal Guard to make it happen as well. But still, very dangerous. Lord is up, and there's a missing retribution on Karltzy.
Yeah, that's info already, right? Falcons AP Bren, they want to blitz this one out. Sanford, JP, they're just hovering. They have no space to work with.
I mean, Karl doesn't have that purple, but he can't contest this without his retribution. 10 more seconds, and Falcons, they find the punish. Sanford, he might be in some trouble here. SuperMarco has chunked him out. Glorious Pathways, JP gets pulled in by the I'm Offended, even using the Revitalize to make sure that he's topped up.
Yeah, JP, hard game, right? I mean, it's thus far. Lord marching mid. Let's see here. Falcons AP Bren. Okay, Karltzy finding compensation, right? Top lane is weak. They saw the opportunity. He saw the opportunity and he'll take it. Though still, Falcons AP Bren, they can end this game with this Lord.
Yeah, luckily Karl was able to at least take out one of the waves. Now they only have to worry about mid as well as bottom side. The conceal is out from JP. Glorious pathway as well as Few. Now under attack, forcing the Dominators instead really early on. Both have traded their ults, but JP is chunked to low. Karltzy forced the reposition because of the Dominators descent, and here comes Kyle. He's got the Spear of Alpha ready to go. Somebody needs to overextend, but a great clear from TLBH as they push and pull the minions.
Oh, what a defense, right? Very clean, and as well as not forced. Oh, purple buff, orange buff battle there. Karltzy finds it, and the top inhibitor, because of Karltzy clearing top lane earlier, Gideon, yeah, the top lane still stands.
Nicely done. Let's look at the item list to see what these teams are going to be building towards the latter half of the game. Because once again, the biggest problem that they're having is that the physical damage from SuperMarco was pretty nifty, pretty good, as some may call it. Maybe some anti-cuirasses might be in play, but not if they don't have the gold to buy it.
That's the thing, right? I mean, gold, yeah, GDS, done, locked in, and Wind of Nature. So SuperMarco, sure, you can build anti-cuirass, but then there's that true damage from that endless battle as well, right? That will come into effect. Sanford, maybe he's going on towards the Immortal here, maybe looking for that extra life. Let's see though, they need something than just extra life here. They need a mistake from Falcons AP Bren. They're waiting, right? Bennyqt, item-wise, he's ready. Corrosion, DHS Golden Staff, even the Malefic Roar on top of it. So damage-wise, he is already there. But the opening, the positioning, the timing here is what TM Liquid needs.
It's hard, right? Because the main cores of Falcons AP Bren have Purified. Few has been targeted time and time again. He's been trying, Sanford has been trying to find a wave of the dragon onto Few, and then Chain sees it together with Sanji to get the big one-shot. But that Purify allows Few to get out some pretty sticky situations. The same can be said about SuperMarco, unless it was just now. This purple buff is so important. Third G could go on the 4 members as he's trying to go for the wave of the dragon. Ogwin says no, penalty zone only catches JP as he drops the glorious pathway. Falcons AP Bren have won every single one of these situations from minute 1, but TLPH refused to bow down.
Yeah, it's very, very hard to see, and Karltzy, even with him being top side, means that he will concede potentially the final Lord of this game. He will try to repeat what he did last time though. Let's see here, Falcons AP Bren, will they do something about it?
Karl, he's sticking around, hoping that he catches somebody rotating in an awkward spot. Hopefully he spots out SuperMarco, but actually SuperMarco is on the opposite side of the map. He's down towards the bottom side, covered by Few as well as Kyle.
Well, again, this might be the final push of the game. Falcons AP Bren, can they take game 2?
Let's find out. Ogwin already with the conceal. The Advent Vendor doesn't connect on anybody. Eternal Guard has been dropped as well. This might be the blunder of a lifetime as the front line is starting to melt away as we see Bennyqt getting multiple hits on towards them. And Karl already finds one. SOD ready to be taken by Bennyqt anytime. He takes it. Sanford keeps going forward as Karltzy cleans up that back line. Bennyqt once again 1v3 against SuperMarco, ends up going down. Immortality coming out from JP, but it's totally fine as Karltzy needs to be able to clean this up. The Spear of Alpha does not connect. The double kill already, and the Lycan pounce. Immortality from Karl. Does he have energy? Pinch points, jumps back into the minions. They've got to reset before the rest of FCAP start cracking down on their base. No inhibitors left. And now FCAP just healing off the minions. Can you do it, Karl? Penalty zone on towards Sanji's side. Lycan pounce to take him out. And that is game. Falcons AP Bren going to be crushing team.